Guys, what do you expect, man? A crazy video? Nah, we talking about floor mats again. If it ain't floor mats, it's a car wash. It's one or the other. There really is no in between. You guys know me so well at this point. I love my floor mats and my steamer. But today I just want to talk about why when, either if you're getting a new car or a used car, why it's really important that you should get yourself some plastic floor mats. And also, if you are getting a new car, that you should think about getting leather seats instead of something like cloth seats. And you might be like, what? Like, cloth is so comfortable, blah, blah, blah. Just shut up already, okay? But basically, I've had these floor mats for almost 2 years, and you can see there is some wear on them. But most of the wear is from just fading of the plastic due to dirt. So if I really threw some plastic protectant on this, it would look brand new. And I've demonstrated this many times. Rub it in. With these kinds of you can see the only real wear, ouch, is right where my foot is always resting by the driver's pedal or the gas pedal. Jeez Louise. And that's just because, you're always leaving your foot there and you're moving it around just a lot in a small area. So that's going to be the most worn out area. And you can see even, after 2 years, there's basically no wear on it. And that's because these things are awesome. Like, they're amazing. But these things are just like really easy to maintain and take care of. Let me just step back for a second and let's compare it to a carpet floor mat. Because it's either one or the other, or you're not using any floor mats, and that's something you don't really want to do. So the only thing, all cars come at the bottom. All right, look. So when you have a car, the only thing protecting you from going under the car really is your, that floorboard carpet stuff. So if you go through that, there's basically just going to be empty space essentially. It's not quite that simple, but let's say I didn't use any carpet mats after maybe 15 years or so of my foot just resting in the same spot. It's eventually going to dig a hole. You guys have seen this, was one of my videos where I had this really ancient floor mat, and that's just from literally just existing and using the car. So if you imagine that in your car without any floor mats, then you're just going to be hitting rock bottom or something. You're going to be running like the Flintstones. That's why it's important to have, either carpet or plastic floor mats in the first place, is to prevent that kind of damage. Because these are easily replaceable, but the carpet in your car is not so easily replaceable. It is replaceable, but not easily. Boom. Sorry, I just got some new stuff I've been wanting to use, like this. I don't know, whatever. It's hard to incorporate some of this stuff. Anyway, so if you have carpet floor mats, those will protect against the foliage. And same with the plastic. So the reason people like carpet is it's usually very cohesive with what's already in the car. So it'll match up with the existing carpet in your car, and it's got good grip on it, so you're not gonna be sliding all over the place. It's plush. It's not like you're really standing in your car, so you don't care if it's super soft or anything like that. But I think what mostly matters is just the grip, and then the matching textures. Fits in very well with your car, and so it looks like it belongs. And that's why people like the carpet floor mats. And I actually use my carpet floor mats during the summer when it's nice, because you don't really have too much to worry about if you're in a nice environment with your carpet floor mats getting ruined. For example, the worst that could happen is you have some wet shoes, and that's not really a big deal if you have carpeted floor mats. So the reason I don't use them in the winter is because of salt. Salt just will ruin the carpet if it builds up too much. That's where the plastic floor mats come in. The reason I don't like carpeted floor mats is they're a lot more difficult to maintain and take care of. You need, carpet cleaner, stain remover, and some kind of odor releasing stuff just to maintain a single carpet floor mat. And you don't need all three of those. You could just use a carpet cleaner and probably be fine. But if you want to do it the right way and do it once, then you're going to need those three things. Then you also have to usually vacuum and brush it, which that's not that big a deal, and you have to do that for any floor mat, or any cleaning really. Yes, I'm looking at you, Jimmy. So we had the con of maintenance is a lot harder on the carpet, but it's stylish and whatever else. That brings us now to the plastic floor mats. So the reason I like the plastic floor mats usually better is because the maintenance is a lot easier, and it's a lot easier to make it look brand new. The carpet will wear out just like the other automotive carpet that I showed. It'll eventually get holes in it and stuff, whereas this plastic, it's not really going to get quite as bad as quickly. It'll take a lot longer to reach the same state. So you don't have to worry about salt getting on them. You don't have to worry about liquid getting on them or dirt. You know, you can just take a simple drill brush and just go ham and power wash it. And it's a really quick process that you can just integrate with a car wash super easily. Whereas if you wanted to do a car wash and also the floor mats with carpet, it's a little bit more difficult because you also gotta, you know, get all your carpet stuff ready to go. And then once you get that, then you have to actually clean and take care of it. Whereas this, you don't even need a freaking vacuum or nothing. You just need the same stuff you'd use for washing your car essentially. So it's super easy to just tag this onto any car wash that you do or anything like that. And so the maintenance is, in my opinion, a lot simpler than if you use carpeted floor mats. I mean, usually these are usually you get them and they're fitted for your car, so they'll fit in nicely. And I know you can also get not just plastic ones, but like rubber ones. I prefer the plastic a little bit more, just because when you're agitating the rubber, it can somehow just be a little bit like sticky. And so it's up to you really. So I know that probably most car manufacturers sell rubber floor mats specifically for their car that fit really well and look good. So that's certainly an option for you. The one thing that is a little bit of a negative compared to carpets with the plastic stuff is you have like your plastic protectants and stuff, and usually those are going to have some kind of effect on the what do you call it, like the friction of the surface or how slippery it is. So like if I did put protectant on this plastic floor mat, it is going to cause it to be a little bit more slippery. Even if I get the stuff that's specifically designed for floor mats, it's still going to have some slip factor to it. There's just like, even this floor mat, which I don't have any protectant on right now, it's definitely got more slip than this carpet does. I mean, you can read that however you want, but it's just a little bit not as safe. Also with these kinds of floor mats, it's a lot easier to place them in your car incorrectly or use the wrong floor mat, and then you can have situations where your gas pedal just gets stuck and you're going through people's windows. So just make sure when you do get floor mats like these, you get the right ones for your car. You're not going cheap. You want something that's gonna last you a while and fit well for your car. So that's the really important part there. And so, when you're looking at what should you get for your car, I would just say, if you're in a nice area where you don't have to worry about getting really dirty, like muddy shoes or things like that, then I'd definitely recommend just sticking with carpet for the most part. Obviously, you can still get carpet dirty and muddy and salty and clean it and it'll be fine. But the process for cleaning a carpet is a little more involved. I don't know, it's not that much more involved, but it is. For the majority of people, I'd definitely recommend getting the plastic or rubber mats. The rubber ones probably have really good stick compared to these plastic ones, so maybe that would be a good option for most of you guys. And you can also get them for your trunk. The trunk, you'd probably just want the plastic ones or rubber, doesn't matter, just because you're gonna be throwing stuff in and out all the time. I've spilled so much stuff in my trunk and I'm glad I have that floor mat there. I'll show you guys. I've spilled milk and cookies. So you can see, it's super easy to take in and out and it just protects the whole carpet under there. Yeah, it's quite comfortable in there. So the other part I wanted to talk about is getting leather seats. And this one's gonna be fairly obvious. Leather seats are a lot easier to maintain, similar to plastic. If you have cloth seats, what happens is if you ever spill any liquid or get dirt or anything on them, it's a lot harder to clean up because you gotta do the whole carpet cleaning process essentially on your seats. And then they're going to be wet for a very long time. Whereas with these leather seats, it's super easy to add protectant to them and it's super easy to clean them. I just throw some interior cleaner on them, wipe them up, and then they're clean. And you can see, I've gotten dirt on them from just putting stuff in my car. Like when I go to do detailing jobs from here, I'll throw stuff in my car, like my vacuum and whatever else, and they've been sitting on the ground, they got stuff on them. And so when I put them in the car, it'll get dirt on the seats, which is A-okay with me because that means I got something to do. I got a video to make. This weekend I did a few cars, and so there's not so much dirt, but I'm throwing my vacuum here. I got my chemicals here. So I've spilled all sorts of soap on these seats and different chemicals and stuff, and they're perfectly fine. Just don't look too closely. But it's super easy to clean because you can just basically brush out all the dirt and you don't need to worry about much agitation at all. And if you do, you can use a simple detailing brush, nothing complicated. So definitely good getting the leather seats. The only thing is they might not be as comfortable as cloth. I personally think they're really comfortable. It just depends kind of what car you get, and you can get tons of different types of leather. You got the perforated stuff. I personally don't like the perforated because, you know, you drop some sand or you're eating some sand and you drop it, then it's gonna get in the seat cracks and then you basically can't get it out. So I don't know how many of you guys eat sand. Get yourself some leather seats, get some plastic rubber floor mats, and then you'll have like a car that's pretty much gonna be super easy to maintain and clean, and you'll be really happy. You might not even need to go to a detailer because you can do so much of it yourself. What I like to advocate for is doing things yourself. And it's like not everyone has time for it, but there are ways you can make time and save time. Yeah, that's my recommendations for if you're looking to get a new car or getting a used car and you want to just spice it up a little bit or make it easier for yourself to work with, then that's what I would say you should do. Whew. So you guys, pretty simple video. Just think of floor mats as a means of protection, and so you want a good layer of protection on there. Physical protection is just as good as, or just as important as some chemical protection, and so yeah, get yourself some good floor mats and some good leather seats. I don't know if you can just get leather seats like that, but I'd recommend it. Memorial Day's coming up, so we'll be having a little bit of a sale in the shop. Not that there's too much to choose from right now. Hoping that I can continue to grow and expand and make more and better things for you guys, because that's kind of where I want to end up, is at the top. And so I gotta keep working, gotta keep going ham, and that's just what I plan on doing. I'll see y'all later, and enjoy your day. I love you guys.